Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday's Under the Cowl of MS Podcast episode, where I talk about whatever the heck I feel like talking about. Which I think it might be a shorter episode this week, but I've said that before. I I keeps getting all watery and blotchy. Last night, I noticed that this sort of area on my eye felt like a stupid BB was in there. This morning, I checked it to see if it was the same, and now it's more like a big old pus sac or something, or some type of sac on the inside of my eyelid on the bottom part. It's like last week, the left eye hurt and felt the same way and was kind of getting like that too, and then it went away. I'm hoping this goes away because I went to my eye doctor today and they're closed on Thursdays and Sundays. So that's not a good thing, but right now I'm having the hardest time getting my visuals back with this stupid thing. It's like really, really cloudy and fuzzy. So we'll just do our damnedest. I don't have no shows that I can think of that I really watched in the last week. Been watching a lot of repeat shit again. Uh, the wife watched Rocky Horror a couple more times this last week. I watched Deadpool another, well, parts of Deadpool a couple more times this week because it's on our Spectrum channels late at night. And I don't feel like watching anything I have to pay attention to, so I just put it on the Spectrum and see what hockey game or football game's up, and then if there's none of that, then I just pick whatever repetitive movie that they're showing. Uh, I did stop at Ollie's today and yesterday, two different Ollies. So I have a couple Ollie packs things I'll be doing later today, and then I'll put them out this week or this weekend. I went a little crazy on a Xbox sale that had Dead Rising deals, and so I picked up the ones because like Dead Rising 2 I picked up because I have Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 2 off the record, but they're on discs for the old Xbox. So I sat there and bought those again. Thing I love about when you buy digital games, and if you have had physical games and collected all the Xbox, can't think of what they're called, the reward points. If you get them on the disc and then you get digital format, you can collect all those again. I did buy Dead Rising 3 and 4, I believe, also. And then just blinking hurts. It goes down into the cheek. Uh, what is the other zombie game? There's one that's parkour-ish. I bought the upgraded version for it. I had the regular version. I want to say State of Decay or State of Decay 2 might be what it is. That might be the other zombie game that I'm thinking of, but it's the one with parkourish type moves and lots of running. Nighttime, you don't want to be dicking around out there with the once you hit the funky zombie level. And then you also got the humans you got to deal with it in it. Uh, but yeah, I picked those up, and then I picked up it kind of pissed me off. I don't think I paid for it. I'm hoping that it came from the free section, but it was some type of arcade game where you're locked in an arcade, and the first room you're locked in, there's two wooden barricaded walkways that you can't get through. There's two video games that you got to buy in order to play them. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do without buying? There's no way to break the boards. There's no way to get into any other rooms. You try and go back out the front door and you get an achievement for that achievement, Xbox achievement. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. But you can't get out the freaking door. So you're stuck in this room, and it's like, okay, you're kind of forced to buy a game if you want to. And they are two good arcade games that they have right away up front, but you're also spending like $20 a game to get them. It's going to irritate me. I got to wash this thing out. But not really sure. So I stopped trying to play that one. And yeah, I think that's all I picked up for now, but they should have like a Black Friday sale coming up or something like that. I'm sure I got so many freaking Microsoft points built up through my Bing searches that I might just say screw it and get another 3 months of Game Pass come January or so. That way it takes me through the tail end of winter, January, February, March. I can sit and play a bunch of video games. See what's up with that. See if they got any new games in there that are worth a shit first. Because I was pretty much after the last 3 months, I had all the games I wanted to play played. So, but yeah, I went up and seen Ma today at the home. Apparently, she had a episode yesterday, which I was going to go see her yesterday, but I had a doctor. Yeah, I had to go to a doctor appointment in a different town, the opposite way. I had to go south yesterday, and then I went north today to go see Ma. Uh, there's like, I want to say 4 or 5 people I'd never seen there before. When I got there a little late this morning I missed the exercise portion of the day. I like sitting there doing the old people's exercises. I can do most of them, but they still can do more than I can do because of my bone-on-bone knees. Uh, but they're just getting started with the daytime games that they like to play. And today was Would You Rather. I went through a bunch of those, but they're more updated, so a lot of these people don't really understand anything that's social networking type stuff. So that was kind of weird that they had those type of questions in there. But she worked around some of those once she realized that certain cards were more up to date style questions. And then we sat there and they call it the ball toss or the ladder toss, ball ladder toss, but it's more like bolos. You got two balls with a string in between them, and you throw them and it wraps around and pulls like a bolo weapon. You have 3 items with the strings in between, and it would wrap around the people's legs and feet and knock them down. But yeah, it's 3 little bars on a ladder type standing thing, and you just throw the ball at it, and then it wraps around. If you get it to hit the right poles, and you feel bad for some of the people. They'll like get none, but hit the poles and stuff. But she does a good job about reassuring them and making them happy with what they're doing. Uh, let's see, is this here? 10 ways to save us some money. See what our next 10 are. All right, you can switch coverage if you drive infrequently, and that's just basically checking your car insurance coverage and see what you can get for better deals. It's always a good time of year in fall to update all that shit. And actually, I would think spring would be better because then you're got it paid for at least 9 months if you get in a winter accident. Uh, I did see our one mechanic had two big signs out front, tire sale. I should see how much it is because we haven't put tires on that car since we bought it. Should update those. You gonna leave me? Gonna go back outside and play. Don't blame you. And it's not nice. It's like misty and dark. There's some more geese headed south, which I figured they'd all be out of Dodge by now. Inventory your home. You'll be hard pressed to remember all your possessions if a fire, flood, or hurricane. My dad used to go around with video cameras, recording everything in the house and talking about it, right? And then he'd write stuff down every time he was in the hospital. He'd try to remember all the collectibles, the main things to worry about in case there is something. And yeah, it's good if you got a lot of crap to at least know what you got. We don't, but I'm at least getting all my comics into to the CLZ so I can get that printed out and that can be used for uh, collateral and stuff. That's one thing I learned. We stopped at our financial advisor I don't know, a handful of years back, and I told him I had at least 50,000 comic books. He's like, "Yeah, that's collateral." I mean, those things are what the world revolves around right now as far as entertainment wise. So you got more comic related items going on than anything else. Now they're going to entertainment category, and they say take advantage of new credit card perks. Yeah, I always watch. I mean, I've bounced around bank accounts, credit cards. It's like anytime I see a deal, it's like when we moved to our new bank, they gave us $300 for opening a checking account. If I would have had $1,500 minimum to put into a savings account, and I could have got another $500 from them, which I should have just got the money somehow and done it. But yeah, it's like, and then after that, like after I got my money for the checking account, found another bank that was doing it also for I think it was like $200 or something. You got. And I thought about switching again, but it's like kind of rude to get it and switch and get and switch. But yet, I think you do have to keep them for a certain period before they do credit you. So watch that also. Don't be one of those type of people that just constantly jump from one to the next, all within a few months, and expect to get a bunch of free cash. But there's always bonuses. Always look for it. It's like we bought this house, our first house that we ever tried to buy, and we didn't have shit for money to do it in the first place, but it would have costed us at least $1,500 a month to rent something, and our mortgage is 14. So it's like, yeah, and I'm building a little bit of collateral and stuff, and have a house now that also can bite you in the ass because I'm waiting for. I got the plumber done. That wasn't too bad. I got the uh, handyman did some things. That wasn't too bad. That was $900. The plumber was, I want to say, around 1,300 maybe. And now we've been waiting forever for a freaking electrician. I even called them this last week and they still haven't even called me back. I'm like, I'd be happy if you just replaced the kitchen light, put a light in our bedroom, and fix the dryer so there's power going to it. I don't want to keep going to the laundromat all the way through winter. I'd rather do laundry here at my home. But yeah, they aren't coming through for me, and I've called so many freaking electricians. It's ridiculous. My cider keeps telling me we are going to get you your estimate. I just contacted him a second time about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and that they messaged me back. Don't give up on us. We're going to get you your estimate. He's going to work on it tonight and tomorrow. Well, never heard from him. So it's like, if you don't want to help me out, just tell me instead of fucking dicking me around playing these damn games, because I want to get this shit done. And that was the whole thing when we bought the house. We set some cash aside and we said, hey, let's just get all the things done that we wanted to get done on the maintenance list. And then we can focus on our own shit after that. But you can't find the workers. There's so many new construction jobs out there right now, and of course they like doing the new construction jobs. I don't blame them, but yeah, it's just you can't find anyone to help you out. It's like, really? The people that live in the homes are the ones that been keeping you people alive for how many years, giving you business, and now we don't even know who to call when we have an emergency because no one will show up. It's like you almost got to go out and get your own electronics license and plumbing license, and yeah, it's stupid. Uh, buy discounted gift cards. That all the places this time of year is perfect time. I mean, you can buy $100 in gift cards and get like 20 to 40% off them. So right there, you can buy the gift cards and use them yourself to save money, or you can buy gift cards to give to people for presents, and then you still save money on them. And and for companies, we love gift certificates because not all of them come back, so it's free money in the business's pocket. That's why they give the discounts, because they know they aren't going to get a bunch of them back, so they're making money on it that way. And so many get lost just in the Christmas wrapping paper. It's like people don't notice that there's a gift card taped to the box that they're opening with the president in it. It's tossed out, or they get them and it's places they rarely ever go or don't go, and so they never get used, or they expire. Some do actually put expiration dates on them. We were good about ours. Ours basically, we had 7 bar restaurants, businesses, so we sat there and allowed our gift certificates to go between all the places, even though they all had different names and stuff. But we put on there that you can use them at any of our establishments. Uh, but we still didn't much more than half of them back every year, which is all right with us because it was profit. Enjoy a mocktail, alcohol-free drinks with great adult flavor profiles are popping up all over at restaurants, and they're supposedly a lot cheaper than the alcohol versions. So you want to save money and drink something that's not going to get you wasted. If I go out to eat, it's a special occasion, and I'm going to have a few cocktails. I'm not going to have no damn mocktails. So, choose leaner streaming services. YouTube TV and similar brands offer 100 plus live television channels and feel similar to cable for around $80. Honestly, we get certain platforms for a couple months a year. I'll pick up Disney Now I'll pick up Disney maybe once a year because I am so frustrated because the last couple times I picked them up, they didn't have much of shit on. The only new stuff they had on was stuff I didn't want to watch anyways. So yeah, they've been slacking big time with their programming. But other than that, it's like we'll get the wife's British channels for a month or two and get caught up on those shows and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's like lately, and we have Amazon Prime no matter what because the wife does the Amazon Prime yearly thing because she shops on there a lot. And then you also get your audiobooks, you got your regular books, Kindle, they got your tons of comic books online I could read for free, but I don't like reading stuff on my tablet, so I don't get into the digital stuff. Uh, but though that is a great option for someone that wants to read books, comics, whatever. Amazon Prime's great for that type of stuff. But other than that, you can find almost anything you want on YouTube. And I love Tubi. Tubi, Roku, and there's so many channels that just have free stuff. But Tubi's got a good variety of things and they change it up their programming a decent amount. So definitely worth checking out. But yeah, if you're stuck on the streaming services, be careful, look around, see what you can get. Because if you're buying something just for one show or something, it's just, yeah, it can add up. And then people that don't pay attention could end up having a good variety of streaming services that they're paying for that they don't realize if they have a bigger family or something. So let's see. And then customize your bundle for free. So that's basically talking the same stuff. Like Tubi, Pluto TV, we watched a lot. Plex was a good one. Plex, if you can get your friends, I don't know how it worked, but we had a friend who we put on our Plex account, and you punch in their code or whatever, and you put your code and stuff, and then we'd get to see all the stuff they could watch, and they could see all the stuff we could watch, and so without paying extra for certain platforms that we didn't have and they did have, we were able to get shows. So I don't know if it still works like that, but that was pretty decent. It's been a while since I've been on Plex TV. I should check it out again. And I don't understand it yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. A few months back, Spectrum gave me a Spectrum box. It's just a tiny little box. Apparently, with Spectrum now, you're supposed to be able to get everything for free. I don't understand how that works. So I played with it at first when I got it, didn't like it, just left it plugged in and quit using it. But now, after seeing the commercials advertising all this free shit, I want to see if I actually get Hobo Max, Apple TV, and all that shit like they say on the commercial. But I still think it's BS. I still think you got to pay for something. Smartphones, time purchases around new releases. And smartphones are a pain in the ass. I'm trying. My wife's phone is broken. She can only talk on the speakers now. Uh, but they talk about manufacturers running promotions around the time they release a new device. Also, there's companies, if you sign up for certain things, you can get a phone and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out which way to go with it. But I don't know which is the best one to do. It's like we pay $60 a month for both of us to be on Spectrum. Uh, and it seems like a lot of the other ones are $60 per person or so. I don't know. I don't understand it. I personally like to have never had cell phones become a thing, but or better yet, buy the older models. Yeah, you can buy older models and save, but then they also break. So that's up to you if you want to buy something older. Someone else has been using and been refurbished or whatever. you'll save money, but in the long run, is it really saving money if it's going to break down quicker? I don't know. Or get mid-tier devices. Yeah, basically just look at all levels that you have for options. See about that. See if you find something that's a deal for you. But yeah, that's 10 more ways to save, but I didn't really care for those. Today, they didn't really hit a nerve that is something that I want to really deal with. Let's get back to the 100 most important comics of all time. Today, we are checking out Adventure Comics number 217. Back in the 90s, this sold for $2,500 to $2,600. The idea has appealed to everyone at one time or another. After all, who wouldn't want to think that the future would be a better place to live than the present? Indeed, why couldn't it be a near perfect place to live? So perfect, in fact, that someone like Superboy would be judged by his peers as too ordinary. Yeah, it's not going to happen here. People get too psychotic, go insane over anybody new or anything new. That was the world that Edmund Hamilton and Al Pacino presented to us in Adventure 247. When Superboy came into contact with three teenagers from the 30th century, referring to themselves as the Legion of Superheroes. The future of the Legion was indeed a dream world, inventive, benevolent, imaginative, in short, everything we hoped it would be. 9 delicious flavors from 9 planets boasted the sign at a 30th century ice cream parlor. The story itself dealt with Superboy's efforts to join the Legion and his constant failure to pass the test he was given. Due to circumstances beyond his control, don't be fooled by that too ordinary stuff, though. Turns out the 3 Legionnaires were just fooling. Like most teenagers then and now, those kids had a surprising, cruel streak when the mood hit them. Over the next 30 plus years, of course, the Legion would become the sentimental favorite of many of fan turned pro, especially 2 youngsters named Jim Shooter and Paul Levitz, who translated their affections for the Legion into prosperous careers, both as Legion writers and as comic book executives. Of course, they weren't the only mighty talents to become involved with the Legion, but they were the ones who did the most to shape and reshape the framework left to them by Hamilton and Plastino. Their efforts in turn inspired Keith Giffen and Tom and Mary Breardom to revamp the Legion in 1989. When they did, however, they quite consciously drew from the feel and spirit of the early Legion stories that appeared in Adventure Comics. Some 35 years down the line, Adventure 247 was the source for those who wanted to do the Legion right. We got a very interesting one coming up next week. I can't wait to see what that one's about because I have some of those comics, but I'm not going to tell you what they are until next week. You're just going to have to wait. But yeah, it's we're going to cut the show short today. Just a half-hour show. I am CLZing all my shit now, so I'm going to get my stuff in order so I can quit buying doubles and all that and figure out where I'm sitting on my completions of my sets and runs. Finding quite a few things that I have completed, which is awesome. So I will work on that some more this winter, get through that. But like I said, I got Ollie's packs 1, 2, 3, 4 from the one place, and I think 5 or 6 today from the other place. So we will see what we got, what we picked up, see if we got any goodies. Also got some more comic book reviews to do because I've been getting through some bunch of comics this past week, which is nice. Now that Halloween's over, I can start doing, instead of the individual reviews, I'm back to doing the bulk reviews. But it seems like I get a lot less people watching the bulk reviews. So I may have to go back to doing some single reviews. I will be doing them for Christmas. I'm hoping I can get enough Christmas-esque uh, books together. Not doing too good yet. I think I got maybe 10. So hopefully I'll come across a bunch more before December gets here, which is only a week and a half away. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, let's end it here today. Keep following under the Cowl of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. Leave a comment. I'll comment back. Check out Crimson Cowl Comic Club. 5 p.m. 5:15 p.m. Monday nights. I hate the 5:15 p.m. thing. Why we're doing that instead of 5? I don't understand. We each took an hour now. The Aaron only gets 45 minutes now because he's starting late. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm still debating on doing some other thing with my comics. I also got contacted by someone this week that's looking to buy a bunch. So I might just say screw it and sell them to him. See what happens. Yeah, that's it. 9 p.m. Central Time Fridays on the Crazy Hungarian channel. You can catch a group of people hanging out, showing off, showing comics, talking about entertainment and comics and all that stuff too. So. But yeah, take care. Have a great rest of your week and your weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.